Hey, shoot over here with a video. This is gonna be like I don't really like doing these videos like this. I feel like it's needed though. What's it called? I feel like yeah. I'm just gonna give my. I mean, this is a little bit late into it or whatever. I'm gonna give my comments on the Adam21 situation where that I don't know. The video was he was walking a dog with some dude and whatever. Then he made some posts on it was on Twitter or something. Like he's finally doing man-on-man content, and that's just weird. That doesn't line up with what type of channel this is. This is kind of like I feel like a young adult channel. You know, people that are interested in the Bible and interested in taking serious leaps of taking life seriously and leaps into their business or whatever, and a motivational channel, and along with music, I'll post music from time to time, and I'm just gonna give my my opinion on Adam22. Okay, right, this dude, he's a skater. I feel like everyone has their own lane, right? You know, the rappers, you got trappers, you got scammers, right? You got killers, you got drug dealers, all type of stuff. Then you got skaters, man. Skaters are skaters, man. You just be a skater, man. Like, hey, why do you gotta come into the hip hop industry and be a culture vulture? Like, I got my own type of style. I like doing it the way I do it with my my little remixes, my short little remixes. Posting my little shorts there, talking about the Lord and whatever's on my heart or whatever I've been through. I don't like to get into it too deep, and I won't, and I'll never share that with really no one, not even my family. I don't even tell them half of what happened to me, and what I've been through in certain situations and whatnot, and what's it called? Yeah, and you gotta pay me to do that. Maybe years later down the line, I'll have a podcast and I'll talk about all the things I went through, certain people I met in the streets, certain people I met, certain people I fought, certain people that I was close with. I was in certain circles with, in certain rooms with. Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. And another thing, I get like putting people on and stuff, just fueling the gang war, bro. That's not good. That's not good. Like, that's not what my city needs. That's not what no city needs. They don't need more people dying. Where's the pro-life advocates at? I know there's many out there, and where's the pro-population, the pro get more children, keep the children safe and all that, and not like to fearmonger or anything. Don't I'm not one of those people like, stay inside, grab the babies, and what you have to do this stuff for the kids and make sure they're safe, right? So fueling that's what he would use his platform, man. He would say, he's putting people, giving people a platform to express themselves and share their music. And it's really like in every song it's a diss or someone talking about someone's dead relative or dead friend and talking about this and that, and disrespecting the dead, and I don't like doing that, and that's because it's wrong, and I feel like more people should think like that, and if more people thought like that, a lot of people would still be here. So, hey, that's my thoughts about it, and hey, and another thing I wanted to say about him, he thinks he's slick. He sets people up, bro. He literally sets people up. So there's a constant trend of rappers going on an interview on Adam21, and then all of a sudden they're dead. So they, or maybe it's before they hit that. Maybe it's before they drop that song, or that diss or whatever, that major diss that gets them dead or whatever, because life and death are in the power of the tongue, right? So, you could stay alive by positive affirmations on what you say, and I'm not gonna do positive practice right now in public. That's in private confinement of my home. I'm just saying, a lot of people could have chose different, and I'm just gonna give two examples, right? Duck and Cash, right? They I'm pretty sure, what's it called? He was on Adam22 all of a sudden, maybe it was a year after, or something like that, but he passed. Cash was on it, then a couple months later he passed. So it's like, what is Adam really doing? He's pushing the death culture to the youth, and his fans are all like teenagers and 12, 13, 14, kids in high school that don't understand there was an actual war that was going on in Chicago, and the cops don't even stop nothing. The cops act like they do, and all the cops, that's part of a stage, that's part of their illusion and their scam. And hey man, CPD, that's a state funded gang, if you ask me. And so just be careful. And I'm gonna tell you something about these people in the city, man. Some of them, this is just from me observing, being around people, not saying too much, and sometimes watching the news. And most of these people, some of these cops are ALM, what's it called? ALMK, or Almighty Land Kings, right? And okay, and they be trying to kill the folks for a while. They've been trying to kill folks for a while. So and that's, they got the advantage because they got cops and they got people in the streets. And hey, I'm saying most of these so-called quote unquote kings, right? They police for sure. And you gotta be careful who you talk to in these streets, and be careful who you associate yourself with, and be careful who you promote, and who you back up, and just be careful who you bring into your company and in your vicinity, right? And and that's pretty much all I gotta say. I don't really gotta say too much. I don't like the dude Adam22. He pushes a kind of disgusting. He's paid to push out pornography or whatever to young kids, which is sick. And he knows where he's going. He's going to the Lake of Fire. And his dad, he wanted to act like, oh, my dad's been to prison. Bro, your dad's never been to no Statesville or Rikers, or what's it called? He never had to sell no. He never had to put no substance in a Ziploc bag, or he never had to go flush something. He never had to do none of that. So I'm saying, he's a kid that his dad got caught with tax fraud, or if he was doing fraud or something. I don't know if he was doing fraud or something with banking or bank checks, or I don't know, something like that, and tax evasion, or maybe it was tax evasion, and then his dad had to go to do a year in prison. So I mean, this is what it is. And then Clinton pardoned him. So he's this dude is like and then and then I don't know. I can't really say much good has came out of the No Jumper podcast. I feel like some underground, rappers or whatever have been put on, and I guess they created their own career from that, and they saw through this dude, right? And some people do call him out when they get on the show or whatever. And I'm just saying, I would never go on one of those shows. I'm not gonna let him leech off my city. And there's a constant trend of him doing specifically podcasts with Chicago rappers. So, hey man, that's the trend. If you want to mooch off the birthplace of quote unquote drill, right? I feel like every hood has their own different style of drill. You got Florida drill, you got New York drill, you got, kind of like Louisiana with their raspy kind of tone type drill, and then you got Chicago. Where's the birthplace of it? Chicago. So, I feel like Chicago's a lot to blame. These young kids not really knowing what to do, being put in the circumstances they were, and not really having a way out, thinking that guns and music and, rapping about it, and then now you made a song, now you actually gotta go, do it. Now you're in trouble with, your parents, so then you leave home or whatever, then you're in the streets, and then everyone's trying to, maybe press you about this or that. Did you make this in the song or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So and then you gotta stay 10 toes and say, oh yeah, I said this, I said that. This person's my quote unquote op, right? So I feel like you should try to break bad with everyone and try to unify what people are smart and want to use their brain in life to get through and get some money and do something better and do something positive for the community. And that's all I really got to say. I don't got anything positive to say about Adam. Some rappers made a career off the Adam22 show, and I would rather make my own podcast or go on a I would rather give anyone like a non-mainstream or someone with a smaller platform that's pushing out a good message. I'd rather give them a platform to talk about my story and what happened, because people want to say, well, some people could say I lie, and nah, I ain't lying. What I gotta lie about, So I don't gotta lie about much. I suppress a lot of stuff, which is I don't know is that healthy, and I figure like music is a way for me to express myself, so I'm just gonna keep pushing out this music, and hopefully it saves someone, and hopefully it reaches someone and wakes them up to what kind of world we're living in, and to what things be going on really, and yes, everyone stay off of Adam. I do not promote him. Stay off of the No Jumper podcast. You got really demonic things and sick things, and then he got so desperate, and then he started interviewing OnlyFans models, I remember, or something like that. You got some, wannabe PIMP on there, and some warlock, some, wannabe Crip, fake Crips and stuff up on there, and it's like, oh, okay, so I see what they're doing. They're pushing gang violence is cool to the youth. So great message you're putting out there. So anyways, everyone stay safe. Have a blessed day. Peace.